Before we get into this latest review on Love and Hip Hop New York, I would like for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification button so you can know when I upload my videos. Also, please like and share this video. Erica and Tahiri meet up. They talk about Erica Mena's beautiful wedding. Tahiri talks about Jonathan being Yandy's +1. Erica said that Yandy wasn't supposed to bring anybody with her because her invitation only extended to her. Erica was annoyed that Yandy brought Jonathan, but Erica says that she was so excited about the day that she just played it cool and she just didn't want any drama. Erica and Tahiri believes that Jonathan only came to spy on them to report it back to Sin. Erica tells Tahiri that she's going to invite Jonathan to her birthday party that Safaree is supposed to be throwing for her. Jimmy and Joe meet up at a cooking class in a restaurant. Joe wants to get Jim on his podcast. He's willing to go the extra mile to get an interview with Jim. Jim says in his confessional that he admires Joe's transition from artist to media. Joe was curious why Jim invited him to the restaurant. Jim admits the 16 years he's been in a relationship with Chrissy, he has never cooked for her. Jim admits that work has taken over his life and his relationship. He's trying to balance both. Joe tells Jim that he can relate to his situation. PH goes to his girlfriend Jen's house to have a conversation with her. He's hoping that she's going to allow him to move back in because it's been a while since she kicked him out. Jen lets PH know that she met up with his former recording artist Jada. She asked him to explain their relationship when they were working together. Jada read out some messages with PH saying that he loved her. PH does a nervous laugh, like a lot of people do when they're under pressure, and Jen loses her mind.
That girl is lying to you. Listen.
Sin is cooking for Jonathan, and they spoke about what happened at the wedding in between him, Tahiri, and Joe. Joe told him that he needs to mind his business when it comes to his relationship with Sin. Jonathan says that he feels that he has every right to let his friend know what's going on, so nothing will interfere with her co-parenting with Joe. Sin says that she doesn't respect Tahiri because while they were in a relationship, Tahiri will talk badly about Joe online, and all of a sudden, they're good friends, so she doesn't have respect for her. Jonathan tells Sin that Erica invited both of them to her birthday party. Sin agrees to go. Pat, PH, and Safaree meet up at the barbershop. PH tells them about the situation that's going on in between him, Jen, and his former recording artist, Jada. PH admits that Jada was a little bit more than just his recording artist. Pat asks how long ago did he deal with Jada, and he says a year ago. Pat pointed out, you dated Jada a year ago, but you've been in a relationship with Jen for 20 years. Make it make sense, dude. PH defends himself and says during that time, him and Jen were broken up. Pat told him that he needs to have a conversation with Jada and let her know she needs to move on. He doesn't want to be with her, he wants to be with Jen. And also work out whatever financial dealings that they have with each other and debt the situation so both of them can move on with their lives. Jim took the tools that he learned from his cooking class and cooks Chrissy one shrimp dumpling. Chrissy brings up the marriage issue in their relationship. She doesn't believe that getting married will solidify their relationship or make them stronger. It would just add more pressure, and she's afraid that they might get divorced right after. Jim tells her that he wants to get married and that they deserve to get married because they've been together for so long. But Chrissy tells him that she doesn't agree, and she doesn't want to continue with having any conversation pertaining to marriage. Even though she was a person that started this whole marriage thing in their relationship by proposing to Jim, she's had to change her heart since then. PH goes to the studio and meets up with Jada to iron out their personal and business issues. PH finally admits that he does owe her some money. He didn't have the money to start his business, and she was the one that funded the startup for his business. PH asks her, would she settle for $35,000? Jada said, no, you need to pay me back $40,000 out of the $60,000 that you owe me. Jada then gets upset and asks PH, did she ever mean anything to him? PH admits that he was in a relationship with Jada and he loved her at the time. But right now he's in a relationship with Jen and he wants her to have no further contact with his girlfriend on social media. PH agrees to pay her back $40,000. Safaree throws Erica a birthday party. As soon as they walk into the venue, all you see is pictures of Safaree. Erica was a little annoyed and pointed out that there was only one picture of her at her birthday party. Safaree, you're coming across as a self-absorbed weirdo. How are you going to throw a birthday party for somebody else and have all your pictures posted up at the party? To smooth things over with Erica, Safaree decides to get on the bar and start singing off-key to Erica. I don't know, it was just off-putting. Tahiri was already there at the party. Yandy shows up. Then Jonathan and Cyn show up together. Yandy, Jonathan, and Tahiri go to the bar and start talking. In the midst of them talking, Tahiri gets upset. Tahiri lets Jonathan know that she's celibate and everything that he thought of her was not true. And she starts to get a little snippy and Jonathan was like, oh, okay. As she's talking, she's getting more and more upset and then starts snapping. Jonathan is looking confused like, what did I say to you? Like, I don't understand why you're getting upset with me because I didn't do anything to you. Cyn walks over to the bar and Tahiri, already irritated, gets even more mad and blows up at everybody, including the filming crew. Everybody at the party just turned around and was looking at her and she loses it. Jonathan is trying to figure out what's going on, why she was so upset. So he's like trying to talk to her and she just went off on the deep end. Tells the crew to stop filming her and shoves one of the cameras. And then the episode ends. Overall, this episode was good, and I can't wait to see next week's episode because it shows that Tahiri is going to talk about her breast cancer scare. So I'm interested in seeing that. All right, you guys, thank you for watching my latest review on Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 10, Episode 8. Hopefully, I'll see you next week. Ciao.